Up, guys? Welcome back to another episode with AB Investments. It's rather a great day here. TGIF. Weather is not the most beautiful, but I'll take it. It's not snowing, So welcome to Ohio, right? Um, so much is happening on the market, and I want to start this video by saying first, kudos to what it was like 80% or higher of the people that commented yesterday on yesterday's video. You guys had it all correct. As far as the CPI data, I asked, write your comments and what do you think is going to be like? And you all, more than 80% of you guessed it correctly. Guess what? Since I hope that percentage or that many people were not throwing a guess, because if you had conviction on your comment, today you most basically made so much money. And you know what I mean. If you know how you could have made that money, and it's not shorting. So please put down in the comment section if you analyzed earlier than today what was gonna happen, what was today gonna be like, and you made moves according to it. Today you made so much money. Congrats to you, whoever you are. Please use the comment section, guys, and give props. Don't put numbers and amounts and profits and all that stuff. Just give yourself a prop and let everybody also share a like with you. So again, love all the family in this community, guys. So good job on 80+% of you people. You guys predicted what was going to be in the market today. Here's the funner part even. By seeing everything going down, you look at other retail now is catching up on the hype. Like, for example, Target. When the red, about 2-3 weeks ago, when we saw the worst red we've seen since the pandemic, at least, on the entire market, including the indexes, all three indexes, the retails, many big conglomerates like Target, for example, their prices dropped, but it was not close to their all-time or 52-week lows. Well, that changed today. Looks like everybody's catching up. The SPY is dancing on a very, 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 very dangerous line. Well, not for us. It's very good for us, but dangerous line. It's dancing around that 52-week low, which is of $380. It's right now trading in the after hours around 388, 390-ish. But again, all it takes is probably like 1%, 2%, and we're already in the 370s. And I expect at that moment for crazy 4th of July fireworks to happen in that zone. We're currently also witnessing crypto taking a little nice dump. I wouldn't call it a dump so far yet, because it's been dancing in this past month and a half. It's been circulating in that area, kind of more like being pumped and dumped back to those ranges. So it could very well be easily the beginning of another leg down. Here's why I'm thinking that this could be a dump on crypto, or especially Bitcoin, and further, because on my technicals, I've seen on Bitcoin, I've seen heads and shoulders forming on the month. You can see it on the 30-day, on a month chart. You can see it on a 3-month, and you can see a head and shoulders. It's formed, and I feel like we're in the beginning of it. So sometime maybe around time tonight or Sunday, I would anticipate to see something crazy. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, guys. This is just my thoughts here. So please put down your thoughts also in the comment section. You know how we do. But that's how I'm seeing it. Another thing, AMC cost to borrow constantly going up. We've seen that. We're following up with that. Yes, every day it's going higher and higher, and that's good for us, guys. We haven't seen these kind of numbers in forever on the AMC, especially on the AMC stock. I understand Redbox is 700% cost to borrow, which we'll talk about now in a second. GME's is through the roof. AMC, you'd be like, okay, well, the highest I think is now up to 40%, but I've seen many of them being dished out today on Stock Tracker for 17%, 16.9, and I think it was like 17.5, and it kind of ranges because there's a minimum, average, or median, and then there's the highest. It depends on the lender at that point, which again, Note to lenders out there, institutional or brokers. I understand that there personally I feel like there's no more shares. So where are you guys getting those shares from? I have no idea. But if you own them already as an institution and you're lending them out for 17%, I'm not a financial advisor, but you should call one. Anyways, moving on. So all these numbers are good for us. That's added pressure. Look at the market. Everything is going down. Let's go back to the basic fundamentals. What was I telling you? And I know a lot of people were, many other creators were saying this, but personally, I'm speaking about me, to my community, to my people here. Been telling you since day one, the redder it goes across the market, the better it is for us, because they're over leveraged on us. They're not profiting on us. They're over leveraged on us. These other stocks, Target, Microsoft, Shopify, Amazon, whatever you want to call them, whichever ones, blue chip or not, these are stocks that they're holding, and every major institute / hedge fund as well are over, like that's where all their money is. Look at Citadel. Their hands are everywhere, right? A lot of people looked at that as strength, a form of strength, being everywhere, almost in every stock. Well, yes, it is at some point, but in these times it's not, because being everywhere in the market and the whole market is red, you're losing everywhere, and your losses are all adding up. I know, you know what's up. So you go ahead and you try to portray this, and you make this whole rig the system in every possible way. The sad part is that it's not just retail that smells the stench of what's happening in the manipulation. At this point, I don't know. You'd either have to be under the ground or under a rock in order for you not to realize, that there's so much manipulation left and right in the whole entire market. Don't even get me started, obviously, on our favorite stocks. So that's very good. Just to do a little math, guys, do you think like 17% even, just the minimum that is on the AMC right now, the fee to borrow, is 17%. If you were to do some math, just hypothetically speaking here, I'm just doing it with you right now. If someone was to borrow 500,000 shares at 17%, and in fact, that's how Stonko Trackers reported that one transaction. You're looking at about 850, I'm thinking, to 975, maybe $1 million. Between 850 to about $1 million that you're paying in fees for something that you're borrowing and you're going to return. Unless you who's going to pay that much on something? And again, that's the little fries, on leftover fries in the back. Much worse. You know what kills me is like these people that have like this really old like Camaro or whatever, and it's like, it's not like the Stingray, or not that you could, the ones that you see, that people who put freaking holes in their exhaust or mufflers or whatever to make this sound like, hey guys, I'm here, to everybody, listen to me. Well, guess what? This is all side, but that adds to your fuel consumption, and in these times, yeah, it costs really high to try to attract attention. So by doing so, you're gonna be crying at the pump, my friend. So get your 5 second, or 2 second fame, 2 second of fame, and when you go to the pump, just make sure no one is watching you cry. Oh my God. Okay, guys, back to the video. So if someone is paying that much, almost $1 million, just on borrow fees, if I was in their shoes, I won't pay something like that unless I know that I'm making something like equivalent to that amount or more, because I'm going to short the stock, because clearly they're borrowing it to short the stock. I'm not going to borrow that much and short and, continue to hold that short. And if I get margined, I already paid for the fees, and then I have to also buy those shares and, you know, give them back to the borrower, it's a nightmare. So why is someone paying that much? Okay, clearly someone is trying to avoid Armageddon today. You know, I'm not sitting with them. You're not sitting with them. But one thing we do know, that eventually they have to shut down. Unless all the apes say, hey, F this, we're just going to sell and cut our losses here. The only way out is by closing. AMC is not going to shut down its doors. In fact, in a couple of quarters, if not next quarter, it would probably be in the profit. So therefore, that's a check. That's a check. Apes not leaving. That's another check. Only way out is by closing. Now, when will that happen? We see in it right now. The news is tightening, tighter and tighter on their neck. Like it's very tight right now, guys. Literally, if June 2021, when the market was all green and happy times, and anywhere you go, you're good. Everybody's making money. And those numbers, the cost to borrow, the short flow, everything that is reported to us, whether it's 100% or not, let's just think conservatively here. The stock ripped over to the $72, $74, right? Imagine the market that we're in today. Everything is red. No matter where you at, you're screwed. Unless you're day trading stuff that and lucky as well, or you get in or get out at the right time. You're in the red anywhere in the market. So when you think on that, guys, who is paying and borrowing fees that much just for what? To avoid what? Because it's clearly not to make money. It's to avoid Armageddon right now. Who's supporting them? You guys, you can put that in your comment section. Who's letting this agenda go through? You guys can also put that in the comment section. I want to thank all of you guys again in this wonderful community for all the likes, the support, all the new people that subscribed to the channel. You guys are all amazing. But at the end of the day, I'm not, doing this, guys, for this. You all know me from the beginning. All the family in here know what kind of person, I guess, AB is so far. It's almost inside out because I share anything and everything with you guys. Redbox. Remember when I was telling you, what was it, like a month ago? Yeah, almost about a month ago. And I was telling you the resistance and the support levels, and I said that, hey, 850 is the resistance. 860s, 870 is where I'll be comfortable to confirm that, okay, yeah, this is in the process of squeezing, and I'll go in on it, and it could go higher than even 18 bucks and further. Well, this was fact check time. A month later it comes in, guess what? It does break 850, 860, because in the beginning, in the past 4 weeks first, it did not. Every time it met $8, $8.50, that in my technicals, that was my resistance. I've seen that. I reported it. You could go back in the videos and fact check me. And guess what? It went back down. Now, when it broke for the first time, the one and only time it broke that 850 zone in a very long time, and held, and converted that 850 from resistance to support. Where are we at now? We even tapped into the 14s at some point today and then went back down, and now we're dabbling with the upper 13s. Perhaps, again, not financial advice, but perhaps signaling that there are continuous movement up in the next week or so and further. However, if you were in Redbox within this last month, or even if you got in after 8 or 850 or 860, 870, congratulations, you were way well into the profits. Again, whether you collected, whether you didn't, just want to congratulate all of you guys. This was a special moment, so that's good. 700% cost to borrow Redbox. So I don't know who, it's almost impossible for somebody to go ahead and borrow it to short it. GME's through the roof as well. It's not like Redbox. AMC, obviously, it's not through the roof, but it's much higher than we've ever seen, even last year. It's fun times, guys. Again, pay attention to the most important, and I'm not gonna throw dates, the dates and all that stuff, but yesterday's title on the video was June 17th, and the reason why I was saying that is because, again, all the greed and all that stuff is for next week. Next week, there's roughly over 300,000 calls that are on the line, just in calls. And of course, we only got like 6 or 5,000 of them in the money right now. Doesn't mean it's a dead beat. This next week is the war. I announce it here, ladies and gentlemen. Our war and our battle is next week. We fight every day, of course, and we're not in this movement for a week or at one day. But next week is important. If we get most of these contracts in the money next week, we're going to have a crazy gamma ramp on our hands the following, if not during next week. So keep that in the back of your heads. When all these people are over leveraged on our plays and all their other stocks, favorite stocks, are dropping, SPY is most likely going to go under the 380, which is their 52-week low. If it drops underneath that, you're going to see very fun 4th of July fireworks coming in early, way earlier than 4th of July. Speaking of 4th of July, hopefully everybody's filthy stinking rich by then and can let the sky light up the sky in celebration. But anyways, you guys see the whole picture. Please go out and enjoy your weekend. Sorry this is a longer video, but this should take care of the weekend. Unless there's something happens crazy and I need to report it to you guys tomorrow or anything, I normally let people enjoy their weekend with their families, as they should, and themselves, even give themselves, because you fought hard for 5 straight days psychologically and mentally, and now these are your 2 days to go ahead and recuperate. Well, 2.5 days to recoup. So once again, guys, much love. I feel like I forgot so many things because I come to this like, hey, I'm gonna say all this, but then I go off completely, like just straight from the heart. So again, much love, guys. See you on Monday. We'll see what kind of things break down. Hopefully, like I said, the crypto, I'm expecting it. I've seen, like I said, I've seen a head and shoulders formed on the monthly and the 3-month chart analysis on my chart analysis. So I've seen that, and that signals to a major leg down soon, because clearly in the past month or so, it's been dancing in those same zones between 28 and 31. And you guys know about 31,400 is the resistance level that I've seen. They weren't successfully able to turn that into support, because obviously they keep dropping back below it. So I could see that the last time that they met it, which was the day before yesterday. Yeah, I think it was the day before yesterday at some point. And now it met it and then came back down. Looks like it's in a sell-off mode right now. Hopefully later on around 9 or 10 o'clock at night, you'll see the real deal kick in. If not, don't get don't think too much of it, because at the end of the day, the crypto is on 24/7. So it's on Saturday and Sunday. So if it doesn't happen tomorrow, it could happen Sunday. I'm not saying any of this is definitely going to happen, but I'm expecting something like that to happen. And if it does, boy, next week, because they're going to need the money to try to fight us. They're going to need the money. They lost so much this week, and obviously every day in this movement. So they're going to need every penny. So I wouldn't be surprised if a major sell-off happens with crypto from now until Monday pre-market. So once again, guys, thank you. I'm gonna cap it at 19 minutes. Enjoy it. Hopefully it can put you through until Monday. Much love. AB Investments.